Imagine walking through a bustling market in Mexico. The air is filled with the scent of spices, the chatter of vendors, and the vibrant colors of fresh produce. Suddenly, a vendor offers you a small, crispy snack. Hesitant, you take a bite, and to your surprise, you're enjoying a fried scorpion. This might sound like a scene from a travel show, but it was a reality for me during one of my extensive travel adventures. Food is more than just sustenance. It's a window into the cultures and traditions of people around the world. Some dishes might seem shocking, but they are beloved delicacies in many parts of the world. Join me as I take you on a journey to explore some of the most unusual foods enjoyed globally, highlighting their cultural significance and explaining why being open to such experiences can enrich your understanding of diverse cultures. Insects as food. Eating insects, also known as entomophagy, is common in many cultures and is gaining popularity for its environmental and nutritional benefits. Insects are rich in protein, making them a sustainable food source. Fried grasshoppers in Mexico. During my travels in Mexico, I encountered chapulines, or fried grasshoppers. These are a popular snack, often seasoned with garlic, lime juice, chili, and salt. Vendors would offer these crunchy insects in markets and at street stalls, and locals would munch on them like popcorn. They can be eaten alone or as a topping on tacos and other traditional dishes. Their tangy and spicy flavor, coupled with a satisfying crunch, makes them a beloved treat in Mexican cuisine. Other popular insect dishes. In Colombia, roasted ants, known as hormigas culonas, are a delicacy. These large winged ants are toasted and enjoyed as a crunchy snack. In Thailand, deep-fried crickets and beetles are sold in markets, often enjoyed with a cold beer. These dishes are not just novelties, but are integral to local diets and traditions. Each insect offers a unique taste and texture, making them an exciting addition to any culinary adventure. Mammalian delicacies. Horse meat. Horse meat, known as basashi when served raw in Japan, is a delicacy with a unique flavor and texture. During a trip to Kumamoto, Japan, I had the chance to try basashi. It is often sliced thin and served with soy sauce and ginger. The meat was surprisingly tender and had a slightly sweet taste, much different from what I expected. In Iceland, horse meat is traditionally consumed during festive occasions and is considered a nutritious and lean source of protein. I attended a local festival in Reykjavik where grilled horse meat was served, and it was a highlight of the event. Horse meat, known as cheval, is quite popular in France and has been since the French Revolution. Controversies and acceptance. The consumption of horse meat is controversial, particularly in Western countries where horses are often seen as companion animals. Despite this, it remains a staple in many cultures. The controversy stems from differing cultural perspectives on what animals are considered food. In many places, the practice is rooted in tradition and practicality, offering a glimpse into how different societies approach their dietary choice. Sheep skull in Iceland. One of the most memorable meals I had in Reykjavik, Iceland, was singed sheep's head. The head is split and singed to remove the wool, then boiled and served with mashed potatoes and turnips. This dish is rooted in the resourcefulness of Icelandic cuisine, utilizing every part of the animal. I was initially put off by the appearance, but the flavor was rich and satisfying. It's a testament to how traditional practices can make the most of available resources. Guinea pig in Peru. Known as 𝐦𝐤𝐤, guinea pig is a traditional dish in Peru where it has been eaten for thousands of years. I was invited to a local family's home in Cusco, where they prepared roasted 𝐦𝐤𝐤 for a special occasion. Typically roasted or fried, 𝐦𝐤𝐤 is often served with potatoes and corn. It is considered a delicacy and is an important part of Andean culture and cuisine. The meat was tender and flavorful, reminiscent of rabbit, and the experience was deeply tied to the region's traditions. To me, it was just too little meat on those little bones to even enjoy. Stick to llama or alpaca while in Peru. Marine and avian oddities. Whale meat in Japan. Whale meat has been consumed in Japan for centuries. During a visit to a coastal town in Japan, I had the opportunity to try kujira, or whale sashimi. It can be found in specialty restaurants and is often served in sushi or on its own. The meat is rich and flavorful, with a texture similar to beef. Despite international controversy, whale meat remains a cherished part of Japanese culinary tradition. The dish was served with soy sauce and was surprisingly tender, offering a unique taste that was both rich and delicate. Exotic bird dishes. In various cultures, exotic birds such as pigeons and ducks are considered delicacies. During a trip to Cairo, Egypt, I tried hammam mashi, stuffed pigeon. The bird is filled with rice and herbs before being roasted, resulting in a dish that is both flavorful and tender. Similarly, in Beijing, China, I experienced Peking duck, known for its crispy skin and flavorful meat. The preparation process was intricate, and the result was a delicious meal that highlighted the culinary skills and traditions of the region. Reptilian and amphibian treats. Snake and lizard delicacies. Reptiles like snakes and lizards are consumed in several cultures. In Guangzhou, China, snake soup is a traditional winter dish believed to have warming properties. I visited a restaurant in Hong Kong where I tried snake soup made with python. The soup, simmered with herbs and spices, had a rich broth-like flavor that was surprisingly comforting. I did not enjoy eating it at all, probably because I had some terrible fear of snakes in general. In the southwestern United States, I had the chance to try grilled rattlesnake meat, which is said to taste similar to chicken. The texture was slightly chewy and the flavor was mild, making it an interesting culinary experience. Frog legs. Frog legs are a well-known delicacy in French cuisine, known as cuisse de grenouille. During a trip to Provence, France, I visited a local bistro where frog legs were sautéed with garlic and parsley. The meat is tender and has a flavor similar to chicken, with a slightly more delicate texture. Frog legs are also popular in other parts of the world, such as China and the southern United States. Each preparation method offers a unique take on this unusual dish, showcasing the versatility of frog legs in different cuisines. Miscellaneous unusual foods. Pasta lighter. A creative way to cook pasta involves using a lighter or flame. This method is not widespread but showcases the ingenuity in food preparation techniques. It involves using a flame to toast pasta, adding a smoky flavor and a unique texture. I first encountered this technique in a small Italian village, where a chef demonstrated how to lightly char pasta before boiling it. Barbecued rabbit in Mexico. Rabbit is a common meat in Mexican cuisine, often prepared barbecued or in stews. I was at a small family restaurant in Puebla, Mexico, where rabbit was the main dish. The meat is lean and flavorful, frequently marinated with spices and herbs before grilling. This method of preparation highlights the versatility and resourcefulness of Mexican cooking. The barbecued rabbit was tender and juicy with a rich, smoky flavor that was enhanced by the marinade. It was a memorable meal that showcased the best of traditional Mexican hospitality. Exploring unusual foods allows us to appreciate the diversity of culinary traditions around the world. Rocky Mountain oysters. Also in the southwest United States, bull's balls, also known as Rocky Mountain oysters, are a delicacy in Colorado. From fried insects in Mexico to raw horse meat in Japan, these dishes provide insight into the cultural practices and resourcefulness of different communities. Each dish tells a story of its people, their history, and their way of life. Trying unusual foods can be an eye-opening experience, challenging our preconceived notions about what is considered edible. It fosters a greater understanding and appreciation of other cultures, enriching our culinary experiences. Personally, these adventures have taught me to be more open-minded and adventurous in my eating habits. I would also recommend trying these foods when you are not hungry or starving. Your taste buds are a little more adventurous when you are not dying to sit down to eat. Click here to continue your travel adventures. What have you eaten on your travel adventures? Share your experiences and suggest other unique dishes you have encountered. Food is a universal language, and by exploring it, we connect with people and cultures in the most delicious way possible.